Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Just came off the water from day one of the Bassmaster Open here on Lake Norfolk. I think a lot of people call it Norfolk, but it's Norfolk. This is only my second tournament here. I'm quite familiar with the way the lake is, where it's located, but only my second tournament here. Here's a quick look at it right here. This looks actually quite peaceful. But yesterday we had tornado warnings and the registration was canceled, and we had hail in practice. The weather's been really, it's really been sketchy here. And I wanted to just kind of go over my day one. I just came off the water. I was boat 216 out of like 230 guys, and had weighed in 12 pounds, 5 ounces, which if you would have asked me this morning, hey, would you be happy with 12 pounds, 5 ounces? I would say that I would have been ecstatic. And I'm happy with it. But that currently has me in 68th place, which out of 230 guys isn't bad. But if you're gonna finish in the money, I'm gonna need to step it up tomorrow. I'm like just a little bit less than a pound out of the money. So that's really hard to do because the weights are really stacked, really tight here. But I wanted to just kind of share a lesson that I had from today, and something that I think we all can struggle with as anglers, and if you fish tournaments at all, it's something that can trip us up pretty bad. But I spent all 3 of the official practice days here on Norfolk, and I put in a lot of time. I logged a lot of hours and really struggled to get quality. Kind of felt like it was going to be, the weights were going to be higher than I anticipated, and they were. But really, take off my hood here. Really, the weights were even better than I anticipated. And what I discovered in practice was that I could get a couple fish on a couple different crankbaits on certain types of banks, and I could catch some fish, or I could get some bites on a buckeye, balling out finesse jig. It's starting to rain again, I'll make this quick. And that was gonna kind of be my game plan, the crankbait and the finesse jig on certain types of rocky banks, not really steep, not really flat, kind of a medium type grade to it. Anyways, that was my plan. I had tied up all my rods, got ready for that. But like I said previously, on the registration day, we had a lot of rain and the tornado sirens were going, and we ended up getting a bunch of rain, and the lake came up about a foot. Oh, the other thing I planned on doing was sight fishing. I found a handful of decent sized fish on beds, and that was kind of felt like that was how I was going to catch my better quality fish. But with the lake coming up a foot, and then in the rain and a little bit of a wind, it was really difficult to see them. So I kind of stuck to my pattern. I tried to go after those sight fish because I felt like a lot of my competition were going to go after those really quickly also. Ran to those, very difficult to see. Most of them I couldn't see, and the other ones were covered up by boats. And I was coming out of one area, and I thought, you know what? The water's come up. The water's more off color than it was in practice. Historically, these Ozark lakes, when they get rain and they get stain, a spinnerbait comes into play. I had one tied on, I had it on the deck, and I started to fish that. And really quickly, I caught my second biggest fish of the day, and I thought, okay, here we go. That's what I needed to know. I needed to know that the change was made, that fish could be caught in a different way than I had established in practice. And basically, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today, is that it's really challenging when you put in all the work and you locate fish and you've spent the time and you've really kind of worked hard at putting together a program, and then just to scrap it. And it's easier said than done, but being flexible, being fluid on the water after all these years, I know this to be true, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I think I heard Boyd Duckett say it once: fishing is like water chess, and you really have to make moves and counter moves based on what the water gives you, the weather gives you, and etc. Anyways, that's how I caught my fish. All but one of them came on spinnerbaits. I even culled a few, and I really thought catching a limit was going to be kind of a challenge. But anyways, I felt like a decent day. I've got myself in position to move up. That's day 1 here, and by the time this airs, day 2 will have already happened and I'll probably have weighed in. Important lesson, tournament fishing. I guess this could be labeled tournament ramblings because I feel like I am rambling a little bit, but I wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. And I noticed there's like almost 80% of the people that watch the videos aren't subscribers. So if you can subscribe, that would surely be appreciated. And then go to my description section. That way you can find out more about social media. I've got links in there for that, but also I've got the discount code for Amphibia eye gear if you're looking for some good sunglasses. And then also Team Niggemeyer merch is in there too. There's a link for DeVille Originals. Until next time, thanks for watching and good fishing.